What's up, everybody? Gonna be doing a review on the high voltage Vision Extreme and a little follow-up review on the Vision eGo Stardust. We'll talk about the Stardust here in a minute. Let's talk about the high voltage Vision Extreme. These are the ones that come with the gripper VV, and this one metered in about 4 ohms. All of them supposed to be around 4 ohms. So it's made for high voltage. I wouldn't vape it with anything under 5 volts. Um, right now I got it set on 5 volts on the lava tube. Let's take a toke. Pretty nice vape production. Let's take it up to 5.5. Thing pretty much vapes its ass off. Not a bad little tank at all. I think it's let's see how much it holds. It's 2.2 milliliter tank, and they're about $5.95 a piece. So I mean, it's not really bad at all for the price of these things. I mean, you've seen the vapor that they put out. They vape their ass off. This little top piece screws off, little metal end caps. The drip tip itself, it will come out of the metal piece. It has like a little silicone piece up in there to keep it sturdy. It's a rubber drip whistle tip, but you can't use you can't really fill it up with a bottle. You have to have a syringe. It has just one little hole in here where you fill it up. This little piece right here, let's see if I can get it to come up. It has like a little flap that lets you I don't know if you can be able to see this too good, but it's got a little flap on it that you can pull up like that. It'll let you see down in there, see how your coil's looking. But it's the air hose is like on the sides of the flap, so you won't get any condensation up your whistle tip or anything like that. No leaking whatsoever. You can take it upside down and shake it with the tip off. So you have to fill it up with a syringe, but it's really easy. You just stick the syringe down in a little hole and fill it right on up. Fill it up in a couple seconds. Has fat wicks on it. Really good coil on it. I counted it's like wrapped around there 8 times, so it's really good coil on it. And at 5 volts, let's take it to 5.2. It's pretty much a little fog machine. Really not a bad CE2 type Vision at all. Really enjoying it. For about $6, it can't be beat. If you have a high voltage device to use this on, or if you have a gripper and you wanted to buy more of these, then here's your chance. They vape their ass off. Now the flavor, I say the flavor is pretty much identical to any other Vision. Doesn't taste quite as good as the 4-wick Vision Grande. This little sucker right here will vape his ass off and taste really good while doing it. Definitely recommend you try this little tank out. The Vision Stone 3 tank, definitely worth trying out. A nice little stainless steel tank. But yeah, the high voltage Vision Extreme vapes pretty damn good. I'm enjoying it. Not the best flavor out there. I can crank it all the way up to about 6 volts, and it has a nice flavor to it. The juice doesn't taste burnt. At 6 volts though, you'll probably have problems letting it wick fast enough. I'd say the max range for this would be around, I mean, you could probably vape it at 4.2. I wouldn't go any lower than that. Let's see what it does on 4.2. Still vaping pretty good. But the best voltage for this, in my opinion, is about 5 volts. With it being 4 ohms, 5 volts on this, it has the best vapor production along with the best taste. It doesn't burn the juice. Performs really, really good at 5 volts. Now, what I wanted to talk about with the Visions, I took one apart, modded it and whatnot. I've seen videos where you can actually replace the coil and wick in here with ease. It's like a little drop down system. It's no welding required. You just pull the old wick and coil out, wrap you a new one, and stick it down in there. I'm not going to show you how to do that in this review. I'll just tell you a little bit about it. But one thing I am going to show you, you just take your little top off. You can get a screwdriver or a paper clip or whatever. Stick it down in the, see like a little metal tube down there? Stick it down in the center of that. And the little silicone piece will just pop right out. Once you get that out, you can see down in here how your coil works. What makes this taste so good, I think, is they don't use ceramic cup in there. The wick is just, the coil and wick is just suspended in the air on this metal tubing, which gives it a full rich flavor. I'm really loving these Vision tanks. They probably have the best flavor out of any tank I've ever tried, hands down. It's almost close to directly dripping. But with this little tube, this little silicone piece, what you can do with this is get you a pair of scissors and just cut it right there at the top. I can't really hang on to it too good, it's so little. But cut it at the top and put it back down there. What that does is it gives you more room for juice to get down into the coil. If you're a really hardcore chain vapor like I am, then you'll want to do this to it. They wick fine, factory, just the way they are. But since I chain vape so hardcore, I pretty much had to do this to keep it up with my pace of vaping. It is kind of a little hard to get back down in there, but once it gets down there, it's really easy. You don't even have to fool around with it. You just set it down in there, put your tip back in it, and it pops it right back down into place. Screw your tip back on and vape. What that does is just it gives you a little bit more wider opening between the silicone cap and the wick to let more juice in, so you can vape it, chain vape the hell out of it. It didn't cause it to leak. If you take it and just shake it like that, pointing down, juice might come out. Or if you vape it upside down, you might get a little bit of juice in your mouth. But just vaping it horizontal with that mod, it increases the juice intake to the wicks tenfold. It'll vape its ass off. I got just a little tiny bit of juice in here. It's not even showing. Let's pop it on the lava tube at 3.7 volts. One thing I've noticed with the Visions, I have 4 of them. All of them meter in pretty wide ranges. This one right here is about 2.7 ohm. I had one that read 3.1 ohms and one that read 1.9 ohms. So it kind of does vary. It's nice to have a meter to know what kind of ohms you're working with, so you know what voltage to push with it. But right now it's on 3.7. Let's go ahead and give it a toke. Really good vapor production, and the flavor just cannot be beat. These Vision eGo Stardust, they're pretty much a game changer in my opinion. The flavor that you'll get off of these is just astonishing. Really loving the vapor production flavor. When you use a eGo to 510 adapter, it does make it a really stiff draw. What I found you can do, see the little connector piece in there in the center, you can move that out and it'll give you a lot better airflow. You can make it to where it'll almost be too airy. I put it about halfway and it's perfect. Alright, let's wrap this up before I make too long of a video. The high voltage Vision Extreme, definitely worth the $6. It's like $5.95. Wouldn't vape it on anything under 5 volts though. At 5 volts, it'll vape its ass off. Pretty good flavor. Not as good flavor as the Vision eGo Stardust. That's just because this new game-changing design that they come out with, it really does let you taste your juice in its full flavor. Really close to directly dripping. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching my review, and as always, people, vape on.